name is Dennis Green and I'm a prostate cancer survivor. Thanks for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the men who took part in the survey and focus groups for this summit. Just under half of the men surveyed live in regional or rural Victoria. Today, I'll share our experiences of the support provided during and after treatment. I'll talk about what worked well and our priorities for improving quality of life after prostate cancer. Many men consulted in the lead up to the summit reported very positive experiences of care in both the public and private health systems. There were stories of good relationships with surgeons, radiation and medical oncologists, and feeling like expert care had been delivered. Importantly, men who had access to a prostate cancer specialist nurse told how they were able to access information and support over time. This helps us to gradually process information about side effects, available services that can help, and what to expect in terms of recovery. The nurse acted as a bridge between the medical care and other services that were critical for recovery. Men also shared positive stories about help received from peer support groups, psychologists, sexual health nurses, continence, rehab, and exercise services. Despite the many positive stories shared, some of us are falling through the cracks. There is significant variation in the information and support provided during and after treatment. Only 3 men consulted recalled completing a supportive care screening tool. We often don't know what support is available and sometimes need help to understand the type of assistance that services like social work can offer. Men who experienced gaps in care tended to have more severe side effects. For those of us who experience multiple impacts, including severe incontinence, erectile dysfunction, fatigue, financial stress and emotional impacts, prostate cancer and its effects touch almost every aspect of our lives. Partners are also affected and are often unsure of how or where to find support. So, we need a team approach to care when our needs go beyond the medical management of prostate cancer. Men asked for improved access to counselling to help manage 4 key factors: the emotional impact of sexual changes, the effect on their relationship and their partner, depression, and experiences of isolation. Some men shared stories of urgent unmet needs for psychological support. A few men used euphemisms for suicide when describing their struggle to cope with treatment impacts. Fortunately, the man quoted here was able to see a psychologist. Not all men, though, had access to a specialist nurse, and many were not told about support groups or services. We often access support in an ad hoc manner. For example, men find out about support groups from a friend, or by seeing an article in the local paper, sometimes years after treatment. For some of us, incontinence brings with it heavy emotional and financial burdens. Men without partners or family support and those on low incomes are at particular risk of social isolation. The $600 provided annually by the Continence AIDS payment scheme barely scratches the surface of the cost for pads for some of us. It helps when at-risk men are told early about Centrelink entitlements to help with living expenses. Some men treated with ADT and radiotherapy needed help to manage fatigue, as this can affect their ability to function in many areas of their lives, including their ability to drive and to work. For those without access to paid leave, unanticipated time off work sometimes had major financial consequences. Others were well supported to manage fatigue. They were referred to affordable accommodation near regional radiotherapy centres, which reduced the need to travel, and to allied health services who specialise in fatigue management, such as OT, physio, and exercise physiology. In summary, our experience shows that gaps in information and support can delay our recovery and increase emotional and financial stress. So, please routinely ask us about our emotional well-being, continence, sexual function, fatigue, financial worries, and our partner's well-being. Not everyone will experience all of these problems, but it's important to ask so you know who needs support. This is important for men treated in both the public and the private systems. Timely access to prostate cancer and sexual health nurses, continence services, social work and financial information, fatigue management support, and psychologists can assist our recovery and reduce suffering. In many cases, the services and supports are already there. We just need a hand to find them. Please help us to find support when we need it. Make sure we know about support groups so we can choose whether to try one out, and work on pathways to support so all men, including non-English speaking men and men with low literacy, can access help. Thank you.